Hey guys, Oblivion903 here once again, and this is part 9 of my Destiny playthrough. I'm continuing the missions on the moon. This next one is called the World's Grave. Just going to dive right into this one. It's a level 7 mission which I've got my character up to by playing some PvP. I was currently level 5 in the last video, the Dark Beyond I believe it was called. But I leveled up a little bit just to make this a little bit easier, as my character would not have been able to get away with completing the mission. And now I'm getting back to the campaign. And basically what we're doing now is just going through this little cutscene just before we start the level.
Get us down there. I'll steal all I can.
Right, so here we are. We're just at the start of the mission now. Like I said, this one is called the World's Grave. And what I'm going to do first is just head on up here, as I believe this will be where the mission objective will be. Which I'm right. The first objective is to enter the High Fortress. So I'm just going to head along here and just make progress towards that. And I can see a few enemies already on the motion tracker. So I'm just going to take these guys out. So just a couple of dregs and vandals. Nothing really to worry about here. Couple of melee kills. Sort those guys out. And I'm just going to get back heading towards the objective. And as I said before, just at the start of the video, my character at the end of the last mission was level 5. And after that mission, these missions start going up to level sort of 7 and 8. And my character would not have been strong enough to survive those missions. So like I said, I was playing some PvP, just getting into that, as I'm not really a massive first person shooter fan in general. When I play even less multiplayer, I generally play the campaigns in games, as you've probably seen through the sort of videos that I've got on my channel. But I have enjoyed playing the Crucible section of the game so far. I've got a few videos up on YouTube as well which you can check out. And the playlists are up there if you want to see them all in one go. But I'm going to be sort of mixing it up a bit, and obviously once the campaign's over, because I feel this game's going to have a lot of life in it, I will be doing a lot more PvP stuff as well. And obviously if any more missions do surface in the form of expansion packs, I will be covering them. But anyway, back to the mission now. Just taking out these guys here. Nothing really to write home about. Just a few sort of basic enemies. And they're going to keep heading down here. I believe this may have been where a section of the last mission took place as well. I have noticed a bit in Destiny that levels are sort of repeated a little bit, or especially locations are repeated. Now this was not really what I was anticipating. I've got two Hollowed Knights here. Not the easiest enemies to take care of. They're not difficult massively, but as you can see, those cannon shots that they're firing do cause quite a bit of damage, and it's something I'd rather not be taking if I can help it. So I'm trying to utilise my cover as best I can, but these guys are extremely difficult, and they are taking my health down quite rapidly. Right, my fusion rifle does seem to do the trick quite well. The only thing I find is the accuracy isn't fantastic on it, because you've got to charge up the gun before you can fire it, so it leaves enemies room to move. But that guy had no idea I was there, and that really benefited me a bit. Right, managed to get rid of them too. I just stayed in the firing line, as I knew that those shots were going to be able to defeat him before he got me. And my supercharge is always ready, so I don't know what I was saying there. But yeah, that's ready. So I'll be keeping that in mind in case I get ambushed by a big group of enemies later on. It does come in handy for that. If it charged up a little bit quicker, that would be a lot more handy. But it really does save your skin, and it has done on many occasions. But I'm just heading down. Oh, I thought I was going to kill myself there. Thankfully not. Just heading down this tunnel now. And now we're into the Hall of Wisdom. It's going to continue down here into the next section, which is obviously full of enemies. I didn't expect anything less. It looks like it's mainly acolytes from what I can see at the minute, which aren't bad enemies. Something that's easily taken care of with my assault rifle. There is a knight as well, which I'll have to take care of. I'm just basically watching out for those cannon shots from the knight. Similar to the ones that I've just faced, they can cause a lot of damage really quickly if you're in the firing line, so I want to try to stay out of harm's way there, but this guy isn't as strong. He's just a regular knight, so it shouldn't be too bad, but they are draining my ammo a little bit, so the sooner I can take these guys out the better. Right, there's a wizard there as well. Ideally, I'd rather take out the acolytes first, just to leave me, just to have sort of a one-on-one with that guy, because he has got a shield. So that is something I want to bear in mind, because if I don't take him out quick enough, his shield will recharge and we'll basically just be on all day. And as I mentioned, my ammo is starting to get a little bit low, so that's something I don't really want if I can help it. Once you get the shield off these guys, they're not generally too bad. It's just like I said, if you don't get the shield down and take them out quick enough, you can just be on all day, which isn't good. It wastes a lot of ammo, so that's why I sort of do the tactic of trying to get rid of the weaker enemies first. There's another knight here, but nothing too bad, especially with the fact that I'm far away from him. If he does fire his cannon, I can dodge fairly easily. I've taken care of him. I'm going to watch out for these thralls. These are pretty weak enemies, but in groups they can cause a lot of damage really quickly. But if one of them gets too close, you can just quite easily melee punch them, and that sorts those guys out. But yeah, I think that's another wizard down there, so I'm going to try to take out all these guys first before I concentrate on him. But there we go, as I said, you can melee punch them. One usually does the trick. And they are quite weak enemies, so if you do get a couple of them, you can usually punch them all before they start doing anything sort of serious to your help. It's only if there's other enemies firing at you, such as the wizards. And if you get sort of ambushed and backed into a corner, you can really suffer really quickly. As you can see, my ammo for my assault rifle is starting to drain down quite significantly. So I really need to start taking this guy out. I've got a fusion rifle, but as I mentioned before, the accuracy is not fantastic on it. I think I just wasted that grenade. I'm going to have to get out of harm's way really quickly. Which I think I've thankfully done, although I think the wizard's probably regenerated his shield by now, so I've just sort of wasted a bit of ammo there. But I'm starting to thin the herd in terms of the acolytes, which should leave me more open to take out this guy, although I am watching out for that as well, which you can see on the cursor. The Shrieker, I think it says. Right, the fusion rifle sort of seems to do a really good job on the wizard. If I can get one more shot in, I should be okay. Health's really starting to suffer, but I think I got the wizard. Not 100% until I move out of the way of this. Did I get him? No, but his shield's gone. If I can get rid of that, we should be good. I think I've taken care of him. See if I can use this on that one as well. Right, that looks like it's going to be a big pain in the ass. And whether I need to take it out or not, I don't know. If I get a little bit closer, I might be able to see if I can just avoid it and then just move on with the next section. But I'll have to see. If I can stay out of its way as well, that will make things a bit easier. Right, let's try and pick up some of this ammo. Right, there's the acolyte taken care of. Oh, I don't know why I was waving there, just there. Waving at the Shrieker, as you do. Yeah, I ideally don't want to waste all my ammo on this thing. but it looks like we have to take care of it before I can progress. But right, taking it out. That wasn't actually as bad as I thought. But something's attacking me now. I need to get out of harm's way really quickly. I couldn't get a good look at what it was. Unless it was the Shrieker exploding might have caused the damage. I can't see any enemies there, so I'm going to assume that's what it was.
The night is near, and it's powerful.
Right, as you can see, there's a knight near.
Finding the grave. We'll have to kill him.
He's got the key to the grave, and now we're in a darkness zone. For you guys that haven't checked out any of the other parts of Destiny or haven't played it, the darkness zone basically, if you die, you don't just respawn where you were. You've got to start this whole section again, which is an absolute pain in the ass, and something I'd rather avoid if I can help it. So, really need to play the divide and conquer game with this one. It's a technique that I generally used in all the darkness zones, because it's better to thin the herd than do a little bit of damage to every enemy, because when there's loads of enemies they can ambush you and really take you out quickly. So every enemy you can get rid of is one less enemy that can kill you. It sounds pretty obvious, but it is easy to sort of get overwhelmed by the sheer amount of enemies that can appear in these sections. Right there, as you can see, that is what happens when you get taken out in the darkness zone. Did not expect that at all. But right, just starting this section again. Thankfully I didn't get too far through it, so I'm going to just sort of continue where I left off. Right, that's what took us out. There were some Hollow Knights there. Ideally, I don't want to be facing them, but I don't know if I've got a choice. If I can help it, I'd rather not face them. So I really need to keep sort of looking in the corner of my eye to make sure that they're not sort of creeping out the woodwork and going to take me out, because as you saw, they took me out far too quickly there. Right, taking out the knight. There's an acolyte here, melee to the face. That's taking care of him. Right, so now I've got the objective to conquer the knight. So I'm assuming those Hollow Knights, if I can keep out of their way, will make things a lot easier. I don't think they're essential to this section. I really hope they're not. Right, making use of this fusion rifle. As I said before, the accuracy is not great due to the fact that the enemies can move out of the way while it's charging, but it really does seem to do quite a bit of damage, and it has come in handy a good few times. I used my supercharge there. Whether that was the best option, I don't know, but I think it was. I was able to take out the wizard quite quickly. And now I've got this knight to take care of. Unfortunately, I didn't take him out with my supercharge move, which I was hoping I would. But it's drained his health down a little bit, which should make things a little bit easier. And I've got my heavy machine gun here, which hopefully can do a lot of damage. And hopefully will help me take care of this guy. Yeah, it seemed to do pretty well. That seemed to really save the day very quickly as well.
I know where we're headed.
So right, that's finished that objective, and now I've got to find the Wolf's Grave. So let's get rid of these couple of acolytes, and it looks like there's some stuff on the motion tracker. Just a few more acolytes. Should be able to take care of these without any issue though. Right, so now I think I need to get out of this section. I think I just go back the way we came and just head over here. So it looks like those Hollow Knights that took me out in the first section of the Darkness Zone weren't essential to this part of the mission. So I'm just going to run past these guys. If I can avoid them, it'd make things a bit easier.
The world's grave, not ours.
Right, so now we're actually in the world's grave. And I got the objective here to push back the hive. Which is what we're going to do now. Just going to continue on through this section. I did not expect to get ambushed by all these thralls. Hopefully it can just take care of these quickly. I think my grenade has stunned them, which should have bought me some time. There we go, I managed to take care of all of them without any issue. The grenade probably saved the day there. Right, there's a knight here. The grenade would have came in handy in this section, but unfortunately I haven't got it. But I suppose it was for the greater good in the long run. Right, I think I got rid of the knight actually. The fusion rifle has really played its part in this level. It's a gun that I haven't been a fan of so far, but I think I'm starting to realise its potential and how good it actually can be. But as I said, I'm not a massive fan of the accuracy of it due to the fact they can dodge. But I suppose you've got to take the good with the bad. But I'm just going to head up here now. Get rid of that guy and move on into the next section. Right, these things have no idea I'm here. But they're going to in a second. Right, just taking care of most of these now. Just got the knight to take care of, but staying at long distance is really helping as I can dodge the cannons. I've taken care of him though. Couple of acolytes by the look of it, nothing too bad. I'm going to head on down here, get a close range to them and just take these guys out quickly. Couple of melee punches, do the job. Right, now I've got to open the world's grave. It's going to deploy the ghost to do that. Got to say, this is probably the mission where the ghosts have the least part in it. Pretty much what we've got to do now is fight off the hive. Basically, enemies are going to come and attack us, and we've got to defend this area while the ghost does his thing. And it seems so far pretty much that's all the game entails. So it's been nice to not have to just go through that and being able to make progressions through the levels rather than just the same old bit. Hopefully, now that I'm past the sort of beta levels, the game's really going to come into its own, because for that reason, I've been a little bit disappointed. The gameplay is absolutely fantastic, and I can't fault that. It's just the fact that majority of the missions so far have just been deploy the ghost, let him do something, and then fight off the hive. Once he's done his thing, move on. Deploy the ghost, let him do his thing, and it's just been the same old. So it's been nice to not have to just deal with that. But unfortunately, it looks like I'm taking a beating. I need to stay behind here, get some health back. Unfortunately, this wizard is not going to let me do that if he can help it. Hopefully I can just stay out the way momentarily, get my health back, and get rid of this wizard. Right, there we go, that's that wizard taken care of. There is some more enemies though, I believe. Was that? There's a guy over there, he's a knight. Couple of thralls there, nothing too bad. I'm more bothered about the knight. Just got to watch out for those cannons. Not going to waste my ammo on them if I can help it. The melee will do just fine. Right, this one's getting a bit too close for comfort. A couple of pull shots. Sorted that out. There's one more here. There we go. Got rid of him. I think I took a bit of damage from this side. I'm not 100% sure though. Right, there's another knight here. This gun really has come into its own in this section. Really can't fault it on this level so far. Right, still an acolyte or two here. But I think I've taken out the majority of the tough enemies. It seems like it's pretty much over. Right, it is over. Yeah, that is a mission completed.
I've got it all.
It wasn't too bad at all. I've got to say I probably enjoyed that more than I have any other mission so far in the game. It was the first one to not just seem overly repetitive. It's been nice to be able to sort of explore the area of the game. So, while I'm just waiting for the mission to end, I'm just going to collect some loot. I haven't come across a massive amount of it so far at the end of the mission, so that was quite nice to get hold of. And it looks like the mission is now over, guys. So let's just take a look. I've made some progression towards some upgrades and the bounties as well. 108 kills is pretty cool. Obviously, I got one death, which was very unfortunate. But what you're going to do is at the start of the darkness zone, so that wasn't too bad. Got a couple of rewards, got a hand cannon and some more gauntlets, which are actually better than the ones that I've got at the minute. That gun also seems pretty good. I don't know whether I'll use it though. Just going to continue on and just exit this mission fully. So right, there we go. That is the mission completed. Made a bit of progression in my level. I'm not too far off level 8 now, which is good. Just going to check out what the next mission is. I'm going to be continuing the moon. And let's have a look. That's what we've just done. So the next one is called the Sword of Quarter. Sorry, not the Sands. I'm going to be doing that one next in the next part, which I believe is part 10. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this mission because I certainly have. Like I said, it's the best one that I've done so far. And I can't wait to get into the Sword of Quarter and see what that's all about. And I will see you guys very, very soon in the next video. Until then, bye for now.